My boyfriend had to propose to me 7 times, not because I said no, but because I kept forgetting. I died, and this is why I am not scared of death anymore, part 6. So after 48 hours of being in a coma, I've finally come back into my body, but my conscious awareness hasn't quite landed yet. Okay, let's set the scene. So it's February the 1st, it is minus numbers, it's freezing cold outside, and I have now been put into a private room on a ward, which fortunately is on the ground floor. Now, because it's still locked down, I can't see Stu any other way than through a window. So bless him, he turns up with his ski suit on and a jacket and gloves and hat, and he's got everything on to try and keep warm because he's got to stand outside while I open the top of the window and we have a conversation. And what I've got is distorted memory of very small pieces of the next few days that don't really make sense, and I don't know still today whether what I've created in my mind is actually what happened or whether I've created something to try and fill in the void. He comes to visit me and does the unthinkable. I mean, I guess he told me when I was in the coma that he was going to propose to me, but like obviously I was in the coma, and through the glass window and of course he hasn't got a ring, it's locked down, none of us is prepared. So I had a ring on my finger, so he asked me to pass it to him, and I did, and then he proposed, which I'm sure was really beautiful and lovely, apart from after me saying yes, the next time I saw him, which was the day after, one of the first things he said to me was like, oh, have you told anybody about us getting married? And I was like, what? And so Stu kind of was starting to piece it together that my immediate memory wasn't firing on all cylinders. So bless him, he does it again. At which point I say yes. I'm really excited apparently, so really great. And now some of the nurses and people on the ward are starting to get wind of what's going on, which I think honestly probably brought some it brought laughter, hysterics and some joy to the ward, which is lovely to know. Obviously the laughter at my expense, because anyway, so he asked me a second time, and wham bam, next time he sees me, he starts to speak about it, and again, I've forgotten. And so this goes on for literally the first few days. And so the running commentary is, has she remembered yet? Has she remembered yet? And on the 7th time, the window would open, my hand would go through, Stu on the other side would touch my hand at the top, because it's only those little windows, you know, you get like a big window and then a little bit at the top that would open. So it was only a little bit at the top that would open in the hospital. I popped my hand through and he would grab my hand and he said, Kirsty, will you marry me? And of course I said yes, yet again. And he placed my ring on my wedding finger and I remembered. So I've now been on the ward for like 4 or 5 days. And it's at this point, the first ambulance guy, Stu, do you remember him from part 1? He comes and finds me on the ward, and I don't think any of us could have prepared for how emotional that was going to be. But you're going to have to wait till tomorrow to find out about that. But as always, I always want to leave you with something. Here's a tune, and it's called Found My Way by Horenza. I'll pop it in the comments for you. Listen to the lyrics. They are solid. Until the next episode, have a beautiful day.